Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of August 22nd. We're just going to jump right in here if the button wants to work, and we're going to see what is going on for you. We're going to kind of do these old school. The first row here is going to represent your current general energies. I have a feeling this whole entire deck is upside down, so that's why I'm flipping the cards over. But your next row is going to represent messages from your future self here. Your next row after that is going to represent anything unexpected that could be coming in for you at this time. And your last row is going to represent any messages from your guides. On top of that, we're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards at the end, and I will give you time to think of your questions. So, Aquarius, let's see here. I feel like I need to catch my breath. I feel like some of you could be kind of like breathless. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing yet, because, again, I haven't really gotten into the reading, but let's see. You have the 7th house card that says relationships on it. I feel like you're healing relationships is what I would say here. I'm not so sure that this is talking about a love relationship. Again, as I always say, love is always available to us, I believe. I really believe it's not really necessary to have love readings because it's like you can just go out and find it or go out and get it, but just most people don't, right? But if you want it, it's available to you. But I feel like this is more talking about relationships in your life in general. It's kind of like you've been, maybe slaying some dragons here in your relationships, maybe trying to overcome some things that are a little bit more scary. And even if we look at this whole entire top row, it's like Knight of Swords, Justice, 5 of Cups, the Moon. It's like things could definitely be better in your relationships, 5 of Cups, and I feel there are some fears with the Moon card, plain and simple. You have the Knight of Swords, 4 of Swords in the World, so it's like I see a lot of beginnings, endings. It's like very rushing energy currently with your relationships in general. And again, I feel this with every single type of relationship in your life. Could even be your relationship to things. It's like I have a relationship to my phone. I have a relationship to this YouTube channel, right? And I feel there are some changes that are happening. I do feel this Knight of Swords is, number one, encouraging you not to rush, right? Knight of Swords, normally the horse that he is on is meant to look very stressed out because he's like trying to rush through things. Whenever we're in something uncomfortable, I feel that we kind of just want to rush past it, right? It reminds me of a while ago, a long time ago, I had Lyme disease. My mom took me to do this like body work thing. I have no clue what it's called, so don't ask. But anyway, this lady, she was like doing all this body work. She was like, and then she was digging in right here, right into my collarbone, right? And it hurt. Like if you just press right here, it hurts like crazy, right? And I was like, just wanted to get away from her, number one. But eventually it released. It didn't pop or anything like that, but there was just this release of, I don't know, energy or something, right? And it felt so good after. And, that's what I'm getting here is it's like, I feel like if you don't run away from something and you kind of face it head on, that's probably what's going to lead to the healing or the blessing with the 4 of Swords that we see right here. And finally, you have the World. I see a lot of in-out energy with the World. Things are coming in, relationships, in general. Not just love, but pretty much everything are coming in, and other ones are closing. I love this World card in this deck, the Golden Tarot. It's almost as if that portal that she's standing in is coming to a close. It's almost as if it's closing in. And I do feel there are some things that are being left on this side of the world, and I feel there are other things that are coming with you to the other side of the world. You are the World card, basically. You will show up in the top left corner of the World card, and so that's your energy. And I kind of feel like you're becoming more integrated, in your life with that World energy. But let's dig into this. With the Knight of Swords, you have the 10 of Pentacles. Love it. Amazing card for family. 10 of Pentacles is a card of happy home, happy family. It's a card of having everything that you want and desire to have in your life. So, really good card. Again, it doesn't mean you have all those things. It just means that you are working towards building, a happy home, happy family, something connected. Again, if you are attracting love, or if you do have love in your life, this could represent, building or leaving a legacy with, a person. I am getting inheritance here as well, but I feel like if you're dealing with an inheritance type situation, again, I'm not so crazy about this, if I'm being honest, because we'll have to see where it goes, but, it just looks to me like some of you could be dealing and have been dealing with an issue involving an inheritance. And again, I just want to see what the outcome is at the end. But I'm telling you now so I don't forget. With the Four of Swords, you have the Seven of Wands. I feel like you need to decide like what you're willing to tolerate in your life with the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card of boundaries, but I feel there are some things in relationships that have kind of crossed the line here. I feel like there are some things that really maybe have prevented you from progressing, making money, being successful in life, being healthy, whatever the case may be, it doesn't really matter. But I do feel there is a very strong need in this reading overall, the whole entire reading, not just this first row, but everything here is kind of screaming to me that some boundaries maybe need to be put in place. And this is in relationships, any type of relationship that you could possibly imagine, right? And it's going to be different for all of you. Take it how it resonates. With the World card, you have the Hangman. Hangman says you're ready for a transition. Hangman, his head is glowing. He is hanging from the tree of knowledge and wisdom. He has learned basically everything that he possibly could learn from a situation, and now it's time for him to get moving. His head is glowing. He's gained enlightenment. Sometimes he can also represent needing to see something from a different perspective. So I feel, and I just feel, really, this is true for everyone. I feel just based off the astrology, pretty much everyone can benefit from gaining new perspectives based off of what is going on in the world in general, right? Or in your personal life, just maybe talking to another person or learning from another person about how to deal with things could provide a new perspective. And by the way, Hangman doesn't mean you take that person's perspective. It just means you just see things from a different way because it could be helpful. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this new moon in Cancer. It says you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer, super emotional as well. So I do feel some of you are I kind of feel like you're coming off of a super emotional time. And I do feel, again, that you need to realize that your closest relationships, the people in your life, the people that you love, they are safe. There's a lot of stuff about family here. I'm not going to lie. You have this by the book card of family. So some of you could clearly be dealing with some things involving family. You have the Justice card, the Ten of Wands, and the Seven of Swords here. The Justice card is cause and effect, and justice is like where you put your energy, what do you get back? And again, I do feel this is partially where you need to draw some boundaries. It's like if you're putting energy into relationships and not getting anything back, I would definitely be very careful of that. I also feel like you're carrying too much weight with this Ten of Wands. I'm pretty sure I said this to you in your mid-monthly reading as well, because I'm pretty sure you had the Ten of Wands in your mid-monthly reading, Aquarius. But I do feel that you could be carrying some responsibilities that aren't yours, and again, I would be careful of that. Justice is cause and effect. It's like if you're carrying a responsibility where you're not going to get anything from it, then it's probably not a good responsibility, right? If it's not your responsibility. And I feel that here with the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is being burdened, and it is a good card because it kind of says you're at the end of experiencing these burdens, but he's about to, reach his home and he's about to put those burdens down. But at the same time, I do feel you need to release some burdens. And finally here you have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is like lying, cheating, stealing, as some people say, but really it's a card of doing things differently. He's stealing these swords from an army in the background usually, and it's so that they can't be used against him in battle the next day. So he's like going to war, but just in a different way. And I feel that's super important at this time to do everything differently. I've talked about this because of Uranus and Taurus, and also that triple conjunction we had like at the end of July in Taurus. I would be very careful of, being stuck doing things one way. With the Justice card, you have the Ten of Swords. Something could be coming to an end. It's like you're not getting something out of a situation any longer here, Aquarius, for some of you. I don't feel that for all of you. For others, I do feel that a legal situation could be the thing that brings something in your life to an end. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I feel like you're already involved in it if this is the case, so for some of you, it could be divorce. Obviously, that's going to bring a relationship to an end. For others, but I get like a legal situation. I'm not saying someone's getting arrested here, but for some of you, maybe. I feel like there's some sort of legal situation that is kind of really causing you to put some boundaries up against either a person, group of people, something similar. I don't really feel it's a bad thing either. Again, these are boundaries. These are positive boundaries. With the Ten of Wands, Eight of Cups, you are walking away from things that are just no longer your responsibility. I feel the sense of false responsibility here. Again, I'm not going to sugarcoat the reading. Ten of Wands, I feel a sense of responsibility, but it's like it doesn't belong to me if I really tap into the energy. The Eight of Cups is about walking towards fulfillment, which I feel you deserve to have a fulfilled life. You don't deserve to be, shackled to something that is dragging you down. So I feel like if you have something like that in your life, walk away. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Emperor. Emperor is about taking control, and I feel like you are ready to take control. So I kind of feel like this is a good thing for you. I feel like things are improving in your life with this energy. Next, in the area of anything unexpected that could be coming in for you, you have this By the Book card. This is like things going in a direction that you want them to go in. I kind of feel like what's unexpected is something is working out much better than you thought. So this is almost like a little bit of a gift from the universe, I feel, where maybe you set out to launch a project or to try something and it actually works for once. I feel like something is touching my face as well. So whenever that happens, I don't know, usually someone's visiting. So I feel like for some of you, that could mean something. But I get the spider webs, and what I would say here is I feel like something is working how you expect it to or how you want it to. You have the Five of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Cups here. The Five of Cups is about being grateful for what you do have. I do like this Five of Cups because he only has 2 cups that have spilt over, and actually 3 of the cups are standing in the Golden Tarot version. The Five of Cups, he is crying over the spilt wine because he's lost his taste for wine. He's like lost his taste for something that he once enjoyed. But if he just saw the other cups, he would maybe see something that's much better for him, something that's much more enjoyable. Part of this reading, I feel, is about you needing to believe that your life can be better no matter what, right? And some of you might just be in a weird, funky period, moon, right? Moon comes up, moon goes down. Being in a moon period can definitely be a little bit of a funky, dark night of the soul type of energy. But if you're experiencing that, I feel like you need to know that things can be much, much better than they are right now. Also, unexpected, you have the Wheel of Fortune, so could be a turnaround happening for you. Good things happening in your life, or just a turnaround in general. So I do feel kind of, I wouldn't really call it breakthrough energy, but definitely improvement energy on the Wheel of Fortune. And finally, you have the Queen of Pentacles, resources. You know, a lot of people have had a focus on resourcefulness this week. Queen of Pentacles, she's truly resourceful. She might not have the money to do something she wants, but she has the, talents, gifts, skills, and ability. She has something that she can either turn into money, that she can use as a resource. And again, you have the Hangman here, so looking at things from a different perspective, you might think you need money to do something, but maybe you can just trade labor, or maybe you can just use a talent, gift, skill, and ability to get something you need. Or, I feel there's a lot of opportunity here, and I would be looking at those opportunities. But I do feel there could be improvements that are kind of a little unexpected as far as your finances are concerned. With the Five of Cups, you have the Five of Wands. Yeah, I mean, I do feel you need to be careful, of things that cause conflict, especially if this is a repeat cycle. Going this direction here from the world all the way up. Plus, you have the Wheel of Fortune here. I feel like this row is positive, but what I would say is this could be a repeat conflict cycle that you've experienced in your life. Could be with a person or a relationship, and I would be careful of that. Again, draw boundaries. 7 of Wands is your answer. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the 10 of Wands. Love it. This is good because I feel like what you are removing is probably this 10 of Wands energy. I actually personally don't mind the 10 of Wands. To me, again, he's about to reach his home here. He's about to put his burdens down. So I don't really see it as that big of a deal. However, having said that, in your reading, I feel like this 10 of Wands needs to be put down. It's like other people's issues or problems or responsibilities that you could be dealing with. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel your finances are stabilizing as well. So if you're worried about money, or if you're worried about whether or not you're going to have money, I feel like this is kind of like money coming in for you, or you're at least stabilizing your finances. And even if we look at it this way, 10 of Pentacles, you do have the 8 of Cups to the 4 of Pentacles. What I would say is you're going to have to make some sort of change to improve your finances, but you could be doing something new in your business. You could be working like a side job, side gig, side hustle. Any of that stuff, I feel, would actually lead to a lot of stability, especially if you've been thinking about like doing a side hustle or something like that. I feel like there could be a lot of benefits for you. And maybe, what I will say is like 4 of Pentacles isn't necessarily like mind-blowing amounts of money, but it is usually, stability, good money coming in. So I definitely like to see that. Next, in the area of messages from your guides, you have the Raccoon card. And for whatever reason, I feel like this card is asking you not to hide from things, which is interesting. I feel like it's kind of asking you to be fierce. I feel like it's asking you to face things head on at this time. It's almost as if bravery will be the thing. And I'm not saying you're not brave, but I feel bravery will be something that leads to a lot of success for you. That's not really what this card means, but again, I read intuitively, and that's what I'm getting off of this card, so we're going to go with it. You have the Moon, the Five of Swords, and the Hierophant. The Moon, I feel, could represent the period of time that you're in. The Moon says, don't stop. It kind of says, keep going, keep pushing forward. Normally, there is a path straight down the middle of the Moon, and I always say that Moon The path ends at some mountains. Mountains represent achievements and accomplishments, so I do feel like you should keep pushing with this energy and keep pushing forward, because I feel like there is success coming in for you. You have the Five of Swords here. Why do I feel like you have the Five of Swords twice? No, you don't. I don't know. I felt like you had this card twice. Five of Swords to me says take a risk. I feel, especially for those of you looking to increase your finances, that there could be a surprise increase, but I would take some sort of risk to do something new, different. And this is true for everyone right now, but you have the Ten of Pentacles in this reading, which really tells me you have the opportunity to build something that could last a lifetime in work, business, career. But I feel that you should do something that kind of really puts yourself out there, put yourself into the world, which again, I feel is true for everyone because we're entering into the age of Aquarius, or we're in it depending on who you talk to, right? But to me, the most important thing with the Aquarius energy, if that is true, I'm not so sure I believe the whole age is, blah, 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 right? Well, I mean, I know that it's based off the astrology, but still, what I would say here is that it's all about being your own little star, your own, famous self, and putting something into the world. You also have the Hierophant. Hierophant could be marriage, although, again, some of you, this could be a divorce situation, because, again, Ten of Swords, Justice, down to the Hierophant here with the Ten of Wands. It's like something is a repeating cycle. I'd say especially if you're, like, dealing with a separation, but you've been just dealing with the person, obviously, for some of you, based on the situation, there's not much you can do, I'm sure, but it could be a little bit of a burden. Maybe some boundaries need to be drawn in a situation. It's kind of interesting as well. I'm not gonna I feel like saying this isn't a bad reading, even though I think on the surface it looks like a heavy reading. But I feel like it's talking about one situation. I feel like there's so much other stuff that's going on in your life this week that this is just one thing that you're dealing with. So I want to stress that in this reading. With the Moon card here, you have the Page of Pentacles, new beginning coming in for you for sure. So I feel that your guides want you to know that there could be new beginning coming in after this Moon period. Page of Pentacles is a period of learning as well. With the Five of Swords, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is a change in direction. The whole entire reading is you wanting, I feel you want the change. It's like, I feel like you want to not be controlled by, either other people or your relationship to things with that relationship card. I really kind of feel that is the dominant energy for the reading in general. I feel like it's saying that your relationships, but also your relationship to things, is kind of what you are examining at this time. A lot of this might have to do with your identity as well. Like if it's like, YouTube, right? It's kind of fun. It's really funny because it reminds me of when I used to work at Starbucks. I think that's a better example, right? When I used to work there, I would see people in public, outside of Starbucks that would see me in the store or whatever, and they would just be like, Starbucks, and it's kind of weird because they wouldn't call me by my name, but they would just call me Starbucks, and, it's like Starbucks became my identity. That's one of the reasons I had to quit, right? I don't know why that's popping into my head, but it's popping into my head here on the Seven of Pentacles. It's like, if you do something, I feel like for whatever reason, I'm not saying you're obsessed, and even, let's put it this way, even if you were obsessed with this right now, I feel like it would be a good thing to be obsessed about. I feel you're obsessed with or you're just thinking about, your identity, how other people see you, how your relationship to, like me, I do YouTube. It's like, is that my identity? Is that who I am? I don't know, right? Although, I really don't care, but I feel like you care at this time, like how your relationship to things controls your life. And part of that has to do with your identity. Very deep reading. I will say, with the Hierophant, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is amazing new opportunity, a lot of growth coming in for you. Ace of Pentacles is something you want to take care of as well. It's like a garden. So I would take care of anything that you're working on at this time. But, all right, that's that. Aquarius, we're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here. So 1, 2, 3. Feel free to pause this reading if you need time to think of your questions. For question number 1, I would say no. Too much conflict. 5 of Wands. I just feel like saying no. For question number 2, I would say yes. 4 of Wands. Marriage, happiness. I also feel like something coming to a close as well, which is very interesting. I'm not going to lie. I feel on this 4 of Wands that something needs to be closed out so you can have the 4 of Wands in general. If you're dealing with this divorce situation, divorce needs to be closed out so you can have a new relationship that leads to marriage. Whatever take it how it resonates. For others, I feel this could be you needing to make a decision. I would say that if you have multiple things going on in your life, like business-wise, that a little bit more focus could be very beneficial with this Four Wands. I know I'm supposed to just give a yes or no here, but I do feel very specific guidance on this Four Wands. I feel like it's saying you need to be married to something. Not literally married, but in work or business, when you make a commitment to do something, I feel like you need to see it through all the way to the end. I feel like it would be very good for you to commit to consistency as well. I don't think it matters what that consistency is, but if you have a business, this Four of Wands is like saying to me, maybe there are certain things that you do every single Monday. Just commit to doing like something every single Monday. Or maybe you, like me, I do 4 videos every single day, no matter what, at least 4, right? That is my commitment to this business. So the Four of Wands, I feel like it's saying, like, if you have a business or a career, something needs to be committed to. And it doesn't matter what it is. I feel just any commitment will kind of make it more successful. Finally, I would say yes, Chariot. So I would say yes on your last question. I do feel like some of you could be thinking about traveling or moving. Well, I get a much more dreamy energy. Right now, I feel like you're in the canopy of the Chariot. He's got these stars up here. He's got these moons on his shoulders. It kind of represents as above, so below energy, but I feel like you're much more in that as above right now. So I feel you're in that dream space. I feel like that's perfectly fine. I feel like in the future you can bring it below, right? Plain and simple. But this is a pretty interesting reading. I'm not going to lie. Deep, for sure. A little bit heavy, but you'll be fine, Aquarius. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.